Hi everybody, how's it going and welcome back to Games Done with Krun. I am Krun and this is Resident Evil in HD, playing as Chris. What we're rocking right now is emblem key for using in the door, battery for uses of which you will see, and the square crank. And I hear you saying, you're like, Krun, what are you doing with the square crank, you simple boy? You used it already, and I say all will be revealed in time. Yes, last time we brought down the big ass snake for good. It is now dead. It's stanking up the library. It's gonna go rotten. Probably gonna cause some sort of gas explosion with the horrible gases that were coming out of its mouth, but that'll happen in time. The doorknob's been repaired, pleasantly enough, so now we can go through here at our leisure. And if we come through, we can then bear left. Left? Yes, left. And then we can come to this door where we use the emblem key. No further use for it, so we can discard it. Great. So if we come through in, if we come in through this door, we enter a new room. Oh, cutscene.
Rebecca,
Chris, you just
upstairs?
mix things up good and proper, don't you? Wasn't expecting this, I must say. Right, let's go rescue Rebecca then. Where might she be? He said, Rebecca, is she upstairs? Well, she might be. I think I know where she is. I'm gonna go track her down. She could be in a couple of places. She's either in the room where we got the whistle right at the start of the game with the note about the herbs, or she's in the little bedroom that was off to the side of the room where we fought the bee when it came out of the case. There's a weird thought. If you took that out of context, just the room where we fought the bee, just a bee. Like, you don't often get that in games where you just fight a bee. I'm trying to think of other games that have bees in them. There's a struggle right there. Not many games have bees in them. Clicker Heroes, if you've played that, there's a bizarre reference. It's an idle game that you can leave open in your browser. I love those games because you don't even need to play them because I'm lazy. But yeah, that's a good example. It's got a bee, big bees that you find. That's the only one that I can think of that has bees in it off the top of my head. Coming here and oh no, Rebecca, she's being had at by a big spooky hunter. But good thing, Mr. Chris Redfield. So whoa. That was brave. Jesus Christ, put him down. Ah, that was nice of me. I know it was. Rebecca will be thankful. She'll be like, Chris,
Rebecca.
you've done me a favour.
Chris,
You okay?
I hope she's okay.
Oh,
Like, I mean, there's not meaning to get somebody worried and then there's nearly getting eaten by a giant frog.
Then I'll go ahead. Until then, Rebecca, you're on your own. Stay cool.
Maybe she's on her own
and use
anyway.
your better judgment. Got it?
I can handle myself.
No,
Good
you
luck.
certainly. Well, actually, we know firsthand that you can handle yourself. But I wonder what else she's got to
I
say.
didn't mean to get you worried.
Oh, she's starting it up again. No worries, Rebecca. That's all. That was exciting. I completely forgot that happened. Don't know what significance it'll bear on the rest of the game. Presumably, it will change the ending for the better. But I think we've kind of buggered ourselves. Well, I've kind of buggered us for the best ending because we didn't rescue Brad in time. Is that Brad? Can't remember. I think it was Brad. The boy who was poisoned anyway. We didn't rescue him in time. So yeah, that could come in a little bit detrimental, but hopefully not. Either way, let's get back to that this office here. I don't think like as I said before, I've never actually played where Brad died, so it'll be interesting to see what the ending's like. We come into this very dark room, and he's like, I can't see. And as is fair, it's quite brightly lit, I must say, the mansion, for being quite spooky. But we push that, and we turn the lamp on. Simple as that. And we can find all sorts of shit lying about. Like this metal object, which is a bit of a sort of generalization. Like, metal object, that doesn't really narrow it down. But if we take that, either way, we can examine it thusly. It's an object made from an alloy, and there's an emblem engraving. Still just says metal object. Nothing unusual. That looks like two men working away at something. Wonder if that's intentional. Could be. Either way, we could explore more collection of scientific books. Well, we've not got any of them. We didn't want any of that. We can't read. We're Chris. Come over here and we find ourselves some delicious shotgun shells, which are pretty tasty, if you ask me. But we're going to carry on through here. Going to nip back to the safe room very quickly just to drop off that metal object, and then we will resume our quest through the grounds to the next area, which is quite exciting. And we are back in this corridor. Got rid of the metal object. Just going to briefly check in the art room, at what I assume is the art room, to see about that mansion picture that the guy was talking about. Because I have absolutely no idea what that note was referring to. I don't know of any mansion picture. And yeah, as I suspected, there wasn't one in here, so I'm not entirely sure what he's talking about there. It could be that room with the sliding walls. But whatever it is, it probably isn't important yet. Fingers crossed. So what we're going to do right now is we're just going to head out there. We'll worry about that later on. I'll try and remember to nip up to the other room. It is actually just along the way, but I can't be bothered right now because I've given us a mission, and by gum, we are going to stick to it. So naturally, look, there's another metal object. A kind that you may recognise from the one that we just got, which is something. Which actually leads to a puzzle that had me completely stumped. First playthrough back on the old GameCube. I actually played it on the Wii, but it was the GameCube version. Which way are we heading now? This way, I'm gonna say. But I might be wrong. So we're about to find out if I am wrong, and that'll be embarrassing. But hopefully I'm not wrong, and it's not embarrassing. I was wrong, I think. I was wrong. How embarrassing. Consider me embarrassed. Isn't my face red? But you wouldn't know because I don't do face cam. Because I think face cam is just cheap in many ways. I mean, I can understand using it, but I'm just not one for face cam. Because for me, it's always been about the game. Like, I'm not watching to see somebody play it. I'm watching to, like, listen to their patter. Like, if I wanted to watch somebody flail around, then I would Google that. I would YouTube that, I suppose. Let's dodge these dogs expertly. We might need to blast one of them away. Ah, this isn't right. We've gone the wrong way. We're on the wrong way. Double back, Chris. Double back. Run for your very life, son. Oh, he's wrangled me. He's wrangled me. He's doing the damage. Toss him aside, Chris. Don't take any of that shit. He's still running, so he can only be at yellow caution at most. We nip up here. Head through the gate. Phew. Close call. Now, what we're looking to do here is we're looking... I thought that was a scream there. I was like, Christ, the game's surprising me this part. What we're looking to do is we're looking to come down here. We're looking to head across the way. We're looking to loop around past all the snakes. And then we're going to use the battery, head back up, and then all will be revealed. This scheme. Jesus Christ, Chris. In fact, I'll tell you what, I'm going to unequip the shotgun so that we move a bit. Fucking hell, that didn't work. We poisoned? We aren't poisoned. We're good, Chris. Good lad. Dodge the snakes. They're coming for the trees. As always, he's used to this though now. He's made it nice and sweet. Good times, Chris. Good times. Ah, right. Well, here we are in this new bottom set. Well, the old bottom section, I suppose. But what we need to do is we need to deactivate that waterfall, and there's only one way to do that. And the first step is to use this battery in that place, which gives power to this wee elevator here. We nip back up the way, and as you can probably figure out, as you probably have figured out, and as you probably knew already, we are going to nip back. Oh, easy. We're going to nip back. No, that didn't work. Oh, it's fine. We're going to nip back to where we were before. Come on, Chris. I hate this little dead zone of my analog stick. It's really doing my head in. And we're going to use the square crank to raise the water again, which dams off the waterfall and lets us nip in underneath it to a completely new section of the game, and that's quite exciting. Wouldn't you agree? I would. So we just bust out this here square crank. He does his cranking motion, as he does. He's known for his power with the crank, is Chris. He's good with it. And we don't see, I was about to say we see in spectacularly low res cutscene again, but we didn't, so that would have been a little bit strange. Thankfully I didn't say that. So it's all good. Good man, Chris, keep moving. He knows what he's doing. And we head back in through this elevator. We can head down, and hopefully, if all has gone well, I mean I say hopefully, but I know for certain, the waterfall will have ceased. And I can't remember if the fountain was on before, but if it wasn't, it is now. There's that fuck off. There's that mysterious creature that's swithering about in there, but that's no threat to us. What is a threat to us is not progressing, and so we will progress. Same ladder that was in the other hole in the ground. But fortunately, it is also stable. And we come out in this area. A big, scary cave. But fortunately, we have an item box that we can make use of, which is a joy. Oh, and more ink ribbon. Good times. Definitely gonna save here, because this is one area where it, like, sometimes you'll just die. Like, it's tough. More enemies than you're used to, anyway, up to this point in the game. Trying to think of what we should take. I don't think there's anything that we need. There's crank handles in here, but as far as I'm aware, you use them, you get a new crank to use with them. We'll find out. We'll definitely find out. I'll do the first section of this in this part, just so that we can, you know, a little bit more meat. We haven't really done very much. Could keep it very brief, but, you know, I'd rather not. I'd rather give you a little bit more meat in this part. So we stick the ink ribbon back in there. We've got our shotgun. We've got nothing else. Actually, because we've got nothing else, I could maybe take the square crank with us. I'll take it with us just in case. It doesn't matter. Gonna equip the shotgun again though, because God only knows what will emerge. There's a hexagonal. Oh, we've got a square crank. We need a hexagonal crank. We could just pretty sure you could jam a square crank in a hexagonal hole. Like, assuming the dimensions were similar, you could surely just jam it in. Oh no, if it was octagon, you could do that. But if it's a hexagon, you couldn't, because it would angle in on itself. Ah, that was me using my brain there. And failing to use it, and then using it again, so it was all good. Large boulder blocks the way. There's bloodstains underneath, so that's ominous. God only knows what lurks in there. Probably a dead body, if I had to guess. But we'll carry on deeper into the mysterious cave, because there could be all sorts of untold treasures, and if there's one thing that gets Chris going, it's the prospect of a good payday. Now, we want to scout around here, because there could be all sorts of shit lying about. And in this case, there was not. We've got a thing, an elevator power source. We can open it, and we find, what is that? It's a shaft. We've got ourselves a shaft. Good times. And if we examine the shaft, we can see that there's these mysterious symbols carved in the side. That's 4, 2, 3, 1. I don't know if we just use that right away, or if there's something that we've got to combine it with. Maybe. Maybe? We'll leave it there until further notice, because this is so close to the safe room. But we'll carry on in this direction. We find a thing lying on the floor. What's the thing? It is handgun ammo, so we're not going to bother carrying that about with us, because we don't have the inventory space to be lugging shit like that around, as you can probably imagine. So we come through this big heavy door. He managed to lug it open though, Chris. He's a big strong man, and that is appreciated. Rest assured. We'll carry on this way. And oh,
Don't
Enrico!
closer, Chris.
Don't come any closer. I like Enrico. Enrico's cool. Oh, look at him. He's in a bad way. He's been shot in the leg.
Enrico, wait.
Enrico, don't. But then, oh no! He's been shooted right in his chest area.
Enrico!
And with his dying words, he said the name of the company
Double crosser.
that ran the mansion. Chris is having none of that. He is not one for spies in his midst. And, oh, he's got the look. He's got the look. He's got the look of a man ready to kill. And as luck would have it, Enrico himself was armed with an hexagonal crank. Killed him with just one shot. Well, he was shot in the leg as well, wouldn't he? Wasn't he? So maybe he was killed with two. Although it's right in the top of the leg, so he probably would have bled out anyway. Wait there now, he's holding something. Well, I can tell you right now, Chris, he wasn't holding that. That was lying on the floor, but I'm willing to overlook it. And we've got ourselves a lovely hexagonal crank. Ah, what'd you make of that? Color coded for our convenience. We won't be needing that one. I just couldn't remember for certain if we did or not. Right, so now we want to be heading back, because we've got a way to... Oh, fucking hell, I just about shit my pants, man! Oh! Oh, fuck you, Mr. Runner. Die. Jesus Christ, he came out of nowhere. How are we for shotgun shells? We've been better, but we've definitely been worse. And that's all that really matters. We've still got enough to make our way through any other hunters that appear, but yeah, hunters are definitely a lot more prevalent in this game than they were in the Resident Evil 0. That's for sure. But they are yeah. There was the bit in Resident Evil 0 where we just had to fight the two hunters in the maze, and that was just awful. I died like 6 times because I'd run out of healing items. That was a disaster. Oh, Resident Evil 0 was a tough game, but in a sort of bad way. But we don't want to be talking about Resident Evil 0 because we're not playing... Oh, there he is! MLG Chris! No! Oh, we just got zapped a little bit, but it's okay. Safe and sound. We may continue. 4 shots to kill 2 hunters. That was efficient, and that's all that matters to me. Okay, yeah, we're wanting to continue down in this path because we want to be using our hexagonal rat candle. I'm excited. Progression is good, but the progression is going to happen next week. I hope you've enjoyed this week's Resident Evil. We've come far. We haven't, well, we've come fairly far. We've made some decent progress. Gonna put back the square crank. Need to check my health as well. Yellow caution. Have we got just a green herb on its own? Don't think we do. But either way, yes, I hope you've enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please remember to leave a like, comment, or subscribe. All of those would be very, very much appreciated. Especially a sub. Subs are good. Especially a share. If you have it in your heart to share, then please do share. Because reaching a wider audience is key. And I don't know anybody. Got no friends. Nobody loves me. So, will you love me? That is what I'm asking. I'm only joking. You don't have to share. Nobody ever shares. And I wouldn't share myself. So, I would be a hypocrite if I said you had to share. Because I know you don't have to share, and you know you don't have to share, because at the end of the day, I'm just a voice on the other side of the world, and this is just a video game. So yes, thanks for watching, thank you very much for your time, enjoy doing what you're doing in the meantime, and I will see you again next week for more Resident Evil HD. Bye bye for now.